Good afternoon, Thriving Therapist. How are you guys? It's so great to be back. I am here every Thursday afternoon for our Thriving Thursday Facebook Lives. They happen at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, and I'm so excited to be here today talking to you about strategic planning. Now is the time. It's November, we're moving into December. We do not wait to do strategic planning for our businesses in January. We really want to look at doing it now. And so I want to know how many of you have done strategic planning for your business. How many of you have done it maybe in a company that you worked for, a larger group, organization, or agency? It is something that we need to do for our businesses too, because successful businesses do not just happen. And we cannot lead by being reactive. We have to be very thoughtful. We have to have clarity. We need to know what we're doing and where we're going with our business plan in order to set goals and achieve them. So I'm going to walk you through some of my personal tips. I'm an extreme planner, so I love to think ahead. I love to look at calendars. I love to make lists. I love to use post-it notes. I don't know if you guys can relate, but I do love to do all of that kind of work, and I feel like it really helps me stay accountable to the goals that I'm setting for myself and for my business, and for the work that I want to do, and the clients that I want to reach, and how I want to show up in the world as a thriving therapist. So the first step in making a strategic plan for your business is really thinking about being aware of where your company is right now. And this is true for wherever you are in the stage of planning. If you're just thinking about building a business, a successful practice, or if you already have a practice and you're looking at expanding it and maybe growing, creating additional streams of income or passive income this year, then it works for any stage of the game. So you really do want to think about, where are you right now? Do a careful assessment of where do you stand right now with your business. Is it just a dream in your mind, or is it something that's turning its own wheel and it's working well, or is there room for improvement? Now, when you think about doing an assessment of your business, you can use the old SWOT analysis. This is still a great way to evaluate a business. And SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So you really want to think about, what are the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats for your existing practice right now, and what does that mean as you plan ahead for 2021? You do also want to be sure that you have clear vision and a clear mission. So you really want to spend some time creating a vision statement or a mission statement for your company. And you want to know that you have total clarity on that, because if you don't, then it ends up taking away from your focus and you can get pulled into lots and lots of different directions. So again, with regards to strategic planning, you have to know where your business is now and where you want to be. And you have to know what your vision and what your mission is in your company, so that you're clear on what you're saying yes to, and you don't overextend yourself or get distracted from achieving your goals. So if I'm really super clear on what my vision is for my strategic planning and my goals for my practice, then I know what I'm doing, and I know what I need to say no to too. So we can be stretched in a million directions. It's easy to do. People want our advice and our support, and they want us to help them with a variety of different projects and speaking engagements or workshops. So we can get pulled in lots and lots of directions. So if you're not clear on what your vision or mission is, then it's going to be very difficult for you to execute a really clear plan for your business. The third thing I try to tell people is, and I see a couple people joining us live here. If you guys can hear me okay, let me know. I want to make sure that this is working okay today. The third thing we do with strategic planning is we take a look at the annual calendar. Okay, so I want you to get a 30,000 foot view of your entire year. And I want you to break it into quarters and take a look at what your goals would be. And then I want you to really chunk it into monthly goals. But when you look at the entire year, the first thing that I want you to do is actually set your time off. I want you to make sure that you're scheduling time off for yourself, and I want you to make sure that you have your financial goals in place. So you really want to look at the whole year and say, what do I want my annual income to be for 2021? And I want to know what time off I'm going to need. And I want to know what the lead time will be for the things that I have that I'm planning, the launches that I'm doing, the retreats or workshops that I'm planning. If you're expanding your practice or hiring another therapist, how much lean time do you need for that? And you want to map that out on your annual calendar so you're super clear about that. The fourth thing that I think is super important here is setting up your monthly goals. And so each month you can be very clear on what it is that that month is going to be working on. So are you looking at improving your marketing funnel or your marketing channel? Are you looking at expanding your referral network? Are you going to be maybe doing a blog or a podcast? You know, these things take a lot of time, and you can't just throw an idea, out to the wind and hope that it sticks. You have to really execute it with careful thinking. So you're going to want to think about all kinds of different areas of expansion in your business as well. Are you going to be adding a clinician to your group? Are you making a group practice in 2021? Are you going to be expanding or hiring an admin person to support you? Maybe a biller that will do your billing for you. Are you going to be adding groups or workshops or trainings? Are you going to create an online course? Are you going to be building a retreat in 2021? Think of all the ways that you might want to build and grow your thriving practice. And it takes a lot to actually, think these things through and plan them out. And it's really important that you look at your strategic planning for this now, because I don't want you to get behind in 2021 and then feel like you're not clear on your vision and you're not clear on what your financial goals are and you're not clear on what your monthly goals are, and then you just feel like you're hoping every month it's going to work. It really will be more successful for you if you carve out a little bit of time. This takes some time, but sit down with your coffee, your tea, your pad of paper, your pen, your whiteboard, whatever it is, your Google Docs, your spreadsheets, and really fill that all in and see if you can really think about each month, each quarter, and the whole year. Again, how much time you want to take off, what your financial goals will be, what your monthly goals will be for your practice. And then you're going to want to go back and do quarterly reviews. So I always kind of look at my year in these ways so that I can be sure, okay, here we are in this quarter and this quarter. What am I trying to achieve right now? Am I on target for that? Does anything need my attention? So I want to know from you guys, whether you're catching this on the replay or catching it live, have you ever done annual strategic planning for your business? It's so important that we do that, because I feel like if we don't, we're just kind of, hoping it's going to work out, and we're not really clear why it's not working out or why our caseload isn't full. But we have to really know, what are we targeting? What are we working on? And what are our financial goals around that too? So the last point that I want to make today is you need to maintain consistency. So if you're going to, for example, create a blog or a client newsletter, you want to do that consistently. If you're going to be putting stuff on your business social media pages, you want to show up consistently. You can't really just post something and then not do anything for a long time and hope to have a consistent branding and consistent messaging going out there. It's also really important that you are consistent with your referral relationships, that you continue to circle back to those people and offer more value to them by referring to you. What's the mutual benefit for that referral source? You want to always be sure that you thank them when they do send you a client, so that you're continuing to replenish and refresh their business card supply, and that you're always top of mind for them. But again, consistency, clarity, vision, these are all so important. And I think now's the time to start thinking about your strategic plan for 2021. So I'd love to hear from you guys if you're doing that right now, if you've ever done it before. Have you done a SWOT analysis, the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats for your business? Businesses like ours do not just happen organically. We need to put in the work. And successful, thriving practices have a very strong strategic plan behind them. So if you guys need more help with this or you have questions, please feel free to drop a comment into this Facebook Live. And I'm always here for you. If you guys get stuck, you know where to reach me. All right, I hope you have a great afternoon. And I will not be here next Thursday because it's Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving. Please be safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you back here in 2 weeks. Take good care.